Today we are going to solve equations involving exponents. We know that to raise a power to a power, you have to multiply exponents. I'm going to write it underneath. Oops. Therefore, for positive values of x and non-zero values of a, what this says, what you're allowed to do, you have x to the a to the 1a over a power, multiply exponents, which is what they're going to do right there. A times 1 over a is a 1, which is just an x. That property is really going to help us solve these problems today. This first one is done for us. It says solve this. Well, to solve it, what you have to do is you take the reciprocal power. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. So you see they took to the 3/2 power to both sides. This ends up just being an x. This is the square root of 25 cubed, which is 125, which is your final answer. That's what we're going to do today. And there are checks that we were supposed to do with it. The checks should work out when we do it. And I'm not going to show every check today. I will show a couple. So, first problem. X to the 1/3 equals 4. First, we see that the piece is by itself, the x to the 1/3. So we go right into taking the reciprocal power. Oops. The reciprocal of the... Let me erase that and do that over. The reciprocal of the 1/3 power is the 3 over 1 power. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. On the left, you just end up getting an x. 4 to the 3rd is 64. Now for a check, you could do this in your calculator. 64 caret 1/3. It'll give you 4 as an answer, so it works out. X to the -2nd equals 9. Well, the reciprocal of -2 is -1/2. So you take the reciprocal power. When I say power, you do 9 caret, parentheses, -1/2, close parentheses. You do not do 9 times -1/2. It's a little caret. It's a power. So x to the -2nd to the -1/2 is an x. 9 to the -1/2 power is 1/3. It'll give you a decimal in your calculator. Just change it to a fraction. To solve this one, we got to get that b piece by itself first. So we're going to start by subtracting the 14. So -4b to the 1/3 power equals -12. Divide by -4. So we get b to the 1/3 equals 3. Now that b to the 1/3 is by itself, you take the reciprocal power. 3 cubed is 27. Let's see what we have going on next. Solve for the variable in each equation expressed as the nearest hundredth. So the same idea we were just doing, except instead of getting nice answers, we're going to get decimals instead. You just use your calculator though, it's the same process. So the first thing we will do to this one is take it to the 3/2 power. If you type 6 caret 3/2, it gives you, into the nearest hundredth is 2 decimal places, 14.70. This next one we're going to start by subtracting 2. Divide by 3. I'm just going to leave that as 25 over 3. Take the reciprocal power. The reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. Flip the fraction. 25 over 3 to the 1/3 power. Type it in your calculator, gives you 2.03. 2 more left here. First thing I'm going to do on this one is add the 1. So 2a to the -3 equals 16. Divide by 2. a to the -3 equals 8. Take the reciprocal power, which is a -1/3. 8 to the -1/3 power is 0.63. And the next one, let's start by subtracting that 1. So 2 cubed root of x to the 5th equals 486. Let's divide by 2. Cubed root of x to the 5th equals 243. This cubed root of x to the 5th, we learned about it yesterday. It's really the same as x to the 5 over 3 power equals 243. That's how we're used to seeing it, so now we can take the reciprocal power, which is the 3/5 power. And when you do 243 to the 3/5 power, you end up getting, I believe it's actually maybe even a whole number here, 27. You can check my work to be sure, but I believe it's 27. And at this point, you can try the to do now problems, and we will see how you're doing tomorrow.